Hi everyone, I hope that you are all doing well. So today we are going to learn about the current affairs of we are going to see the current affairs of January 13th, 14th and 15th 2019. So these 3 days we are covering, presented by me Syed Shujath. So today is 17th, so 16 and 17 I'll record later in this week, because sizable information I want to collect and give it to you instead of having 3 or 4 minutes of video. So if I have a very sizable video size along with sizable current affairs, then it will be helpful for you. Within one video you can finish it off many things, right? So that is my intention. That's why I am coming in 2 or 3 days like that. Apart from that, with regard to many of the students are asking me that when I am coming on the whiteboard. Okay, so I'm trying to fix the problem of lighting on my board, which is not proper yet, but very soon I will be starting economy on it, my core subjects, definitely for sure, and I will complete it as soon as possible. Okay, so let us see the Telangana current affairs of January 13, 14 and 15, 2019. Okay, so 13 is okay. Yeah, fine. So this fisheries sector development. Okay, the government of Telangana has given a big push for the development of fishery sector. You all know that fishery, okay, is a very important sector of the primary sector. So to understand this, please concentrate here. You come across this particular word in the lot of academic books, academic books, or a lot of economic textbooks. So they talk about structure of economy. They talk about what structure of economy. We as a human body to have a structure, right? Or most of our sense organs are on our head on this part. Fine. Our eyes sense the light. Our ears sense the sound. Our tongue sense the taste. Okay, skin, which is there all around. Okay, sense any of the external stimuluses. Fine. So most of the sense organs are, I mean, like all of them apart from the skin, all of them are located in our head region. This is one part of our body. If you take our chest part till our bottom, you can see that all physiological related functions of our body are inhabited here. Okay, like cardiology, like heart, our excretion, our respiration, our digestion, everything. All physiological reactions, all physiological functions of our body is located in this particular part of the body. This is second part, you can say. And our hands and legs, which are used for movement, picking up something to do some mechanical work, that is the third part of our body. So as a human body has three important structures, you can say, our economy is also studied on the basis of its structure, and we classified the structure of economy into three parts: primary sector, agriculture, then we are having secondary sector, that is industry, then we are having the service sector, that is tertiary sector. We do have the quaternary sector and quinary sector also, but it is again going to the detail which I don't want to go. Okay, so majorly our economy is divided into three important sectors: primary, secondary and tertiary. Primary is agriculture, secondary is industry, and service sector is the tertiary sector. In primary sector, that is the agriculture sector, it's not only the agriculture which is there, it also comes with another two important words called as allied sectors. So agriculture and allied sector. So whatever you do on the land, that is agriculture. Okay, and in allied sector you are having dairy, you are having poultry, and you are having what? Fishery. You are having fishery, and one more is a livestock. Okay, so fishery sector is one of the very important what sector, you can say subsector of agriculture sector or the primary sector. So if all these sectors are developed, then the agriculture will show more percentage with regard to the contribution to the gross state domestic product. And we do have, you all know that we do not have the seas and any coastal We are not a coastal states. We are not having any border with any seas, lakes, etc. But as like seas, we do not have. Of course, lakes are within the state. They are the interior of the any land area. But we do have lots of lakes, ponds. There we generally do some kind of fishing. Fine. So when fishing is there, when we are having lakes, so it is very common that there are some people out there who depends on that fishing occupation, and from that fishing occupation only they derive their income, and they can satisfy their wants and needs. So what government of Telangana is doing? What government of Telangana is doing to develop the fishery sector? That is what it is there. So let us see. So government of Telangana, I'll just take the pointer here. Fishery sector is developed in many ways, which we'll discuss one by one. Very important for group 1 aspirants because they can directly copy paste this fishery development. Okay, initiatives of the government of Telangana. First one is 3-day Aquax India 2019. Okay, Aqua Expo means water related expo held in of total India, held in Hyderabad. Remember, this is a very GK point, important one. On the fish production in the state, so this is not required, madam name is not required. 3.5 lakh ton this fiscal. So number of fish production, nothing but the number of fishes that we have caught and whatever the weight of that particular fishes, it is around 3.5 lakh ton this fiscal. So that much of fishing happened. It was lesser when compared to the previous year. In the year 2017 to 18, the fisheries production was in and around 2.7 lakh ton. So from 17 to 18, and from we are in the fiscal year of 18 to 19, so we have grown in the fish production. So fishing subsector of agriculture sector is performing well, like that you can interpret. So remember this point, that the fish production in our state in the present fiscal year, which is going to finish in this March 31st, it is around 3.5 lakh ton. Telangana government has launched a two-pronged strategy. Pronged means long strategy for the development of fishery sector. One, to encourage fishermen through a few hand-holding measures. Okay, so government of Telangana is wanted to encourage fishermen by taking some very common measures that will be going to help them when they are doing fishing. Okay, maybe providing technology, maybe providing a tool, maybe providing some nets for them to catch. So anything, some handful measures will be taken. Another, to attract entities also. Entities here means business firms engage in fish processing. Okay, engage in fish processing to set up facilities. So maybe in future you may see a separate scheme on the fish processing units also will be given a push in our state. So 2, some measures directed toward farmers, some measures will be directed towards the entities who are working, or business firms who are working in the fishery sector. The focus first is on increasing the production. So our fishing development objectives were to increase the fish production in our state. This is the state government, that is why the state government is going about by providing seedlings free of cost to the fishermen. Seedlings free of cost to the fishermen. Providing the fishermen with drag nets also, that's what I have told. Some handful measures here, you can say that providing fish rings or seedlings, and also providing drag nets to improve the catch of the fish. Vehicles also equipped with insulated boxes to transport the produce. So vehicles will also be given to them. Fine. It was also Telangana government is also weaving, or they wanted to construct markets, fish markets. Okay, one of the fish market you can see in Mushirabad. Okay, so many of my friends, many of my students maybe who are there in Ashok Nagar, you just go to RTC Grassroot, take a left turn and go 1.5 kilometer or 2 kilometer or so and take a right and ask anybody, you can see a fish market, proper fish market. So like that, many fish market the government of Telangana wanted to construct, especially for fishermen to sell their fish produce. The financial year, 80 crore seeds are to be supplied, or 60% more, as the last fiscal 50 crore seeds were provided. Okay, So this you can easily understand this. 80 crore seeds we have provided this year. In the last year we have provided only 50 crore seeds to set up fish processing units in villages and mandal level in association with help groups, self-help groups. So self-help groups, very important organization you can say. Okay, informal organization, grouping of some members helping each other. Okay, the group will help each other in order to do something, in order to get employed, in order to take a loan, to start anything, etc. So these self-help groups we have been provided by the government of India and also by Telangana in various ways. You can see on the Google also. So setting up a fish processing unit in village and mandal level. Another aspect of the fishery development plan in our state to have more industrial parks to house food processing units of corporate entities, including some well-known names globally such as Lulu Group. So this is one of the very important corporate company, Lulu Group. So Lulu Group is one of the best firm with regard to food processing. Government of Telangana, I have mentioned properly here, Government of Telangana has signed a memorandum of understanding with Lulu Group, okay, to have more and more industrial parks with regard to what? Food processing, with regard to food processing. Now let us see what is the current crack TG exam bullet GK. Very important. Again, you will see only bullet points here. We are going to get a dairy unit in Karimnagar. We are going to get a dairy unit. So the question could be in this way. Recently Telangana government has approved a dairy unit in which one of the following districts? So the answer would be always Karimnagar. So this is and the rest of the features you can read by yourself. And Chief Minister of our Telangana, that is Mr. Chandrasekhar Rao, you know that he is fond of having lots of yagnas, lots of pujas, okay, whenever he gets success in any of his endeavors. So he does perform lots of yagnas, okay, and again he has now he is going to have a 5-day Sahasra Chandi Yagnam. He is going to perform 5-day Sahasra Chandi Yagnam on January 21. So 5 days he will be doing that particular Yagnam, because he has won the Telangana elections with lots of majority. Okay, and this particular Yagnam will be held in his farmhouse at Erravali in Markup Mandal. This is all about his Yagna. Okay, then third important bullet GK with regard to Telangana current affair, that is Dharani. What is Dharani? That could be the question. It is a land records management system. Land records management system. That is what is Dharani is about. Dharani is a portal, you can say. It's a portal. International Sweet Festival held in Hyderabad. International Sweet Festival, it was held in Hyderabad. Recently concluded. January 15th only was the last date. I missed the festival because this festival was conducted in parade ground. Okay, Patni. After Paradise will get the next bus stop is Patni. I am talking about Hyderabad. So in Patni you can see the parade ground, or you can ask any auto wala to take you the parade ground. They will take you, not an issue. So it is an international sweet festival. Mind you that lots of awesome sweet recipes will be there always. Last year I have went, it was very good. This year I have missed it and I have been thinking that why didn't I go. So you should also go with such kind of festivals. There are lots of festivals, lots of exhibitions do come in our newspaper, in high-techs, in Kachiboli. Government of Telangana generally gives lots of scope to us to know more and more things, but we don't do it. Okay, and one more important thing is, you all know Indira Park, you all know India Stadium, because many of you definitely live over there. Okay, you see that NTR Stadium is always occupied with some or the other program over it, maybe exhibition, etc. You just go and see what actually they do, what is actually they are showcasing. That is important. You should know about it, because there will be a Telangana touch will be there to it for sure. So we have to visit all of this. So now let us discuss the 14th January 2019 current affairs. Insurance for damage by animals, crop damage by the animals. This is very unique one, and it is the first of its kind given to the Telangana state. You might be remembering one scheme which was anyhow discussed by Asma Madam, that is Pradhan Mantri Fasal Bima Yojana. And when you see the certain features of that scheme, Pradhan Mantri Fasal Bima Yojana, it is a scheme which gives crop insurance, if at all, in case in any situation, if you have lost all your crops, if you have lost all your crops, maybe because of cyclones, maybe because of hailstorms, can any of the natural calamity. Okay, so because of that only that particular scheme was initiated, right? That is fine. So in our Telangana, there are some areas are there. There are some areas are there where these wild birds and monkeys are damaging the crops. Damaging the crops. The government of India has given us a given permission to the Telangana government that this damage by the animals has become a one of the integral part of our Pradhan Mantri Fasal Bima Yojana only for our state. Only for our state. So we have given that particular feature. Okay, because we are facing a sizable loss of crops, because of wild birds and monkeys in certain areas of our state. Not all the areas I am talking about, only in certain areas. Let us see that whatever is there on this slide I have explained you. Let us see into it. Farmers in 2 districts to begin with would have some respite from the crop damage and loss of yield and production with wild birds and monkeys. So farmers will get some respite because of these particular animals who are damaging their crops. Okay, and this particular crop damage by animals will be covered from the next Kharif season, means from June and July. This particular scheme will be implemented in Telangana. Okay, and this damage by the animals such as wild birds and monkey will be covered under the Pradhan Mantri Fasal Bima Yojana. Okay, so for Telangana, the additional risk coverage, additional means, as I am telling you that I've already told you just now, it is there. It is particular feature, that is crop damage because of wild animals will also be compensated under Pradhan Mantri Fasal Bima Yojana. It is a unique scheme given to the Telangana, not there for anyone. Okay, so and of course it will be done on a pilot basis for the next Kharif season in 2 most vulnerable districts. The districts has not yet been identified, but those 2 districts which are having more influence of this wild animals on the crop damage, so that 2 most vulnerable districts will be selected, and in that district this particular scheme will be included. Anyhow, Pradhan Mantri Fasal Bima Yojana is there across the country. This provision will be applicable to only the 2 districts. So as this scheme is not implemented across the state, total length and breadth of the state, so we call it as a pilot basis. Means only 2 districts this is going to be applicable. That is what I have told you in the next agriculture year. Okay, so and in the next Kharif and Rabi season it will be covered. Okay, and now very important point again, Pantala Jatara. Okay, Pantala Jataras are there in our syllabus. In Group 1 syllabus Jataras are there, Group 2 syllabus Jataras are there. Every general studies paper of all the Telangana related examination, you can see that Indian Telangana art and culture is heritage, like that. So in that this question may come. Pantala Jatara. It's a biodiversity festival. It is a biodiversity festival initiated by Deccan Development Society. Very, very important. They may ask you that it is a Jatara conducted by government of Telangana. It is Jatara conducted by Telangana Tourism Development. No, it is a Jatara conducted by Deccan Development Society near Zahirabad. It is in and around Medak district. Okay, so what they are trying to do in this biodiversity festival, they are decked up, means bullock carts which are having lots of deck means they are just like a van, omni van, you might have seen, like that. Bullock carts will be there, and on that lots of biodiversity related awareness, proverbs, quotations, okay, or designs will be there, and that particular bullock cart will be travel from area to area, from village to village, so that people get aware of the biodiversity. Okay, as many as 16 bullock carts have already been moved to the villages for the event. These 16 bullock carts will go in different villages, and they will just move around the villages, so that the people over there will get educated, okay, with regard to the what is the meaning of biodiversity. We have to conserve it, we have to protect, all that will happen. One more very, very important point, Pantala Jatara, it's a month-long festival. It is a month-long festival, do remember this, and is going to start in January 14, which is already over. So 2 days back only this particular festival was started. Okay, And this particular total Jatara will be culminated at Machanur village. Okay. The festival is going to commence at a place called Arjun Nayak Tanda in Zahirabad. It is just a place, just like for Hyderabad, Gun Park is there, no? The Tank Bund is a starting point, like that. So in Zahirabad, one place is there, that is Arjun Nayak Tanda. From there, these bullock carts will start their journey, and they're going to cover this, complete this journey at a village called as Machanur. Okay, and remember this month-long festival started on January 14 and conducted by Deccan Development Society. What is Pantala Jatara? It is a biodiversity festival. Remember this point. Okay, it is going to be concluded at the on February 13th, just before one day before Valentine Day. Like that, if you remember, it will be maybe present in your mind for a lot of time. The bullock cart procession would pass through 23 villages. Very, very important. Pantala Jatara recently concluded. Has covered how many villages? The question may come in this way. 23 villages has been covered. Okay. So rest is very common information. And the another important initiative taken by the government of Telangana with regard to BPL families. So Tirath Yatra, or you can say that Tirtha Yatra. Okay, Tirtha Yatra for BPL families. Let us see what it is. The Indian Railway Catering Tourism Corporation (IRCTC) has proposed a joint venture with our Telangana government to implement a Tirtha Yatra program. Okay, to implement a Tirtha Yatra program for taking below poverty line people. Okay, only below poverty line people, and to those people who are above 60 years of age, to certain places of religious and tourist importance free of cost. Very, very important point. Social welfare initiatives taken by the government of Telangana with regard to SC, ST, OBC, etc. well vulnerable. It is there in our syllabus. In social issues, it is there in our syllabus. So you can write this particular initiative taken by the Telangana government whenever they ask you that question. Tirath Yatra for BPL families. You can easily go to that. It's very easy. About 1,000 of them will be taken in trains. Okay, to give them a darshan at major places of worship across the country. They will be provided food, accommodation is there, will be given, and other facilities for 5 days. Those selectors will not be made available to pay even a rupee throughout their tour. So those whoever are selected for this Tirath Yatra, they don't have to pay even a rupee, even NP. All of is free. Government and IRCTC, they both collaborated and trying to give some kind of darshan, some kind of divine experience to those who are below poverty line, because they cannot afford to visit the places. They cannot afford to visit the very important divine and religious places. That's why this is a very good initiative. I think this is a very unique also. I have not seen such kind of initiative till now, whether it is the government of India or government of Telangana. It's very nice initiative. The selection of every batch will be done on a lottery. On the lottery basis, the people will be selected, just like in Hajj. Hajj is the people whoever are selected from our state, they are generally selected through lottery. Nearly around 4,300 seats are allocated for Telangana government this year. So only 4,000 around people can only go to Hajj from Telangana. That is only it. Limit is fixed for each and every state. It doesn't mean that only 4,000 people have applied. Lakhs of people will apply generally, but through lucky draw, only 4,000 will be getting the chance to complete the pilgrimage. In the same year also, it is also a lottery system. Okay. Then 15th January 2019, again a very interesting topic that we are having, and the last one, that is Ainovulu Jatara. Very, very important. Okay, all of these jatras, etc. I have covered in my Cracktgexams monthly current affairs magazine. So you can go to the website, and if you want to buy it, you can buy it from there. So if you have taken all the 7 to 8 months current affairs there, you can get all the jatras information also. Because like this, many times jatras has been coming up. So I will be discussing in one or the other monthly current affairs. Ainovulu Jatara, very important jatara. So please remember this lady and what she is holding and what is there on her head. So this kind of question will be asked by the TSPSC very commonly. Okay. Remember the picture for sure. So Ainovulu Jatara, it is dedicated dedicated to Mallikarjuna Swami. Okay, one of the male deity. The Ainovulu Mallikarjuna Swami Jatara, one of the biggest religious fairs in the state, got underway and started in at Vardhamanpet Mandal in Warangal urban district. This is important. Where is Ainovulu Jatara is conducted? It is conducted in Warangal urban district. Okay, which one of the following deity is related to Ainovulu Jatara? The deity which is related, it is very clear in the slide, that is Mallikarjuna Swami. Okay, that particular god is covered. Okay, this particular Jatara is dedicated to Mallikarjuna Swami. Important events in this Jatara. What is going to happen in this? A celestial wedding will happen. Celestial means in the space. In the space, a wedding will happen, like that they believe in. The celestial wedding of presiding deities. Two deities are there here. Mallikarjuna Swami, he is considered as the incarnation of Lord Shiva only, and his concerts Golla Ketama and Balija Medalamma would be the highlight of the Jatara. Please do remember these two female deities, very important. Okay, so a celestial wedding of this Mallikarjuna Swami and Golla Ketama and Balija Medalamma. Okay, the devotees use Pandari, which is turmeric, as the main offering to the deity. These kind of questions will come in the examination. Okay, what is the main offering which is given in the Ainovulu Jatara to the deities? That is turmeric, which is called as Bandari, as a main offering to the deity, and also carry earthen pots. The lady you might have seen. Okay, she is having this earthen pot will be there like this. Okay, this is earthen pot with newly harvested rice cooked and with milk and jaggery. These all are offered to the deities. And at some places you can also see what? Animal sacrifices. At some places you can also see animal sacrifices. One of the feature of this Jatara is animal sacrifice is also done. So devotees are generally offer to the deity what? So their various are there. What they generally offer? Bandari turmeric. Okay. Newly harvested rice cooked, milk is offered, jaggery is offered, and some places you can also see animal sacrifices. Okay, the shrine of this Mallikarjuna Swami is believed to have been built by Kakatiya minister Ayyana Devuda. Okay, Ayyana Devudu. Do remember this particular person belonged to our imperial Kakatiyas. The temple is patronized by Yadavas, Golla, Kuruma and Balija communities. Again, I don't have to say you this because many times they have asked the communities associated with the Jatara. Communities which are associated with the Jatara. So in Ainovulu Jatara, these communities, okay, generally they are very much involved, okay, with regard to his conduction, with regard to his process, etc. They are very much interested. So the communities which patronize this Ainovulu Jatara means they will be present for it, they will give donation to it, etc. Yadava community, Golla community, Kuruma community and Balija communities. Thanks a lot. Have a nice day. Please, those who have already gone through the coaching, just pause the slide, read by yourself, you will understand it. Those who are watching for the very first time, so it's for them it is anyhow very valuable because it's very lengthy. Those who have already taken the coaching group 1, group 2, whatever, even if you have taken the group 4 coaching also, you don't have to listen to me because I believe that it's very in simple language. You can also know by yourself also, but think what you have to do is whether you're group 1 aspirant, group 2 aspirant, whatever aspirant you are, take a note of each and everything what is there on the slide. You will not find the information anywhere. Thanks a lot. Have a nice day.